Imagine a Friday night in the 1990s. The week has finally come to an end, and the weekend is just beginning. You've just finished dinner, and the plan is to watch a movie. But not just any movie, one that the whole family can enjoy together. The whole family piles into the car. Your destination? Blockbuster Video. The excitement builds as you drive through the neighborhood. This wasn't just a trip to the store, it was an experience. The anticipation of finding the perfect movie was palpable. Rows upon rows of colorful VHS tapes promised an evening of entertainment, each cover a gateway to a different world. The air buzzed with anticipation, families, friends, and couples all searching for that perfect film to make their night special. Blockbuster was a cultural phenomenon, a staple of American life. It was more than just a store, it was a ritual. At its peak, Blockbuster reigned supreme. The blue and yellow sign was a beacon for movie lovers everywhere. They had over 9,000 stores globally, a testament to their dominance in the home video rental market. From small towns to big cities, Blockbuster was everywhere. Every 17 hours, a new Blockbuster store opened its doors, welcoming eager customers. It was a rapid expansion that seemed unstoppable. Their iconic blue and gold logo was synonymous with movie night. It represented a promise of quality and variety. They were the undisputed kings of home entertainment. Blockbuster's success wasn't accidental. It was built on a foundation of customer satisfaction and convenience. They offered a simple, appealing service, convenient access to a vast library of movies. Whether you were into action, comedy, or drama, Blockbuster had it all. Their stores were strategically located, often within walking distance of residential areas. This made it easy for families to make a quick trip to pick up a movie. Weekends were particularly busy, with families and couples flocking to their local Blockbuster. It was a communal experience, a shared love for cinema. The store was a social hub, a place to catch up with neighbors and discuss the latest releases. It was a gathering spot for the community. Their business model, while seemingly successful, held a critical flaw that would ultimately contribute to their downfall. They relied heavily on late fees, which alienated some customers. This flaw, often overlooked in the midst of their success, would come back to haunt them as the market shifted beneath their feet. The rise of digital streaming services posed a significant threat. Blockbuster, blinded by their immediate profits, failed to see the storm brewing on the horizon. Their inability to adapt quickly enough led to their eventual decline. Blockbuster's success was built on a foundation of late fees. These fees were not just a minor inconvenience, they were a core part of the company's revenue strategy. These fees, charged to customers who returned their rentals past the due date, were a significant source of revenue for the company. In fact, late fees accounted for a substantial portion of Blockbuster's profits, making it a crucial element of their business model. Customers, eager to avoid these penalties, often rushed to return their movies, creating a steady stream of income for Blockbuster. This sense of urgency was a double-edged sword, as it kept customers coming back, but also fostered a sense of anxiety and frustration. The constant pressure to return movies on time led to a negative customer experience, which would eventually erode the brand's reputation. While customers appreciated the convenience of Blockbuster, the late fees were a constant source of frustration. Many felt that they were being unfairly penalized, which led to growing resentment over time. Forgetting to return a movie on time could result in hefty fines, leaving customers feeling nickel and dimed. This sense of being taken advantage of was a significant pain point for many loyal patrons. The joy of a movie night was often overshadowed by the looming threat of late fees, creating a negative association with the Blockbuster brand. This negative sentiment was a ticking time bomb for the company. In addition to late fees, Blockbuster's subscription model was also restrictive. Customers were limited in their choices, which added another layer of dissatisfaction. For $19.99 per month, customers could rent only 3 movies. This limited rental allowance often left customers wanting more, forcing them to choose their movies carefully or incur additional rental costs. This limited rental allowance often left customers wanting more, forcing them to choose their movies carefully or incur additional rental costs. The restrictive nature of the subscription model did not align with the evolving viewing habits of consumers. This model, while profitable for Blockbuster, failed to cater to the viewing habits of many customers. As a result, many began to seek alternatives that offered more flexibility and value for their money. Blockbuster's business model, while profitable in the short term, was ultimately unsustainable. The company failed to adapt to the changing landscape of the entertainment industry. Their reliance on late fees bred resentment among customers, and their limited subscription options failed to adapt to changing consumer demands. This inability to evolve would be a critical factor in their downfall. Meanwhile, a new player was emerging in the market, one that offered a radical alternative to Blockbuster's outdated model. Netflix, with its no late fee policy and expansive library, was poised to revolutionize the way people consumed entertainment. In the year 2000, a small startup called Netflix approached Blockbuster with a proposition. This was a time when Blockbuster was at the peak of its power, with thousands of stores worldwide and a brand synonymous with home entertainment. Netflix at the time was a fledgling DVD by mail service, a stark contrast to Blockbuster's brick-and-mortar empire. They were trying to carve out a niche in a market dominated by physical rental stores. They offered to sell their entire company to Blockbuster for a mere $50 million. This was a bold move for Netflix, as they were still in their infancy and struggling to gain traction. This offer, if accepted, would have given Blockbuster a foothold in the burgeoning world of online movie rentals. It was a chance to diversify and innovate, to stay ahead of the curve in an industry on the brink of digital transformation. Blockbuster, however, scoffed at the offer. They were confident in their established business model and saw no reason to invest in what they perceived as a niche market. They saw Netflix as a niche player, a threat to their dominance. The idea of online movie rentals seemed ludicrous, a passing fad that would never replace the tangible experience of visiting a Blockbuster store. Blockbuster's CFO reportedly laughed them out of the room, confident in their established business model. They were certain that their dominance in the market was unshakable. This rejection would prove to be a colossal mistake, a decision that would haunt Blockbuster for years to come. As Netflix continued to innovate and grow, Blockbuster's refusal to adapt became a glaring oversight. It highlighted a fatal flaw in their corporate thinking, an inability to adapt to changing market trends. Blockbuster's rigid adherence to their traditional business model blinded them to the potential of digital innovation. Blockbuster was so focused on protecting their existing business that they failed to recognize the disruptive potential of Netflix's innovative model. They underestimated the power of convenience and the growing trend of digital consumption. The $50 million offer, which seemed inconsequential at the time, would later become a symbol of Blockbuster's short-sightedness. It was a missed opportunity that could have altered the course of their business history. It was a missed opportunity of epic proportions, a chance to acquire a future competitor for a fraction of their eventual worth. The decision to reject Netflix's offer would be remembered as one of the biggest blunders in business history. Blockbuster's failure to recognize Netflix's potential would come back to haunt them as the digital revolution swept through the entertainment industry. The rise of streaming services would eventually render Blockbuster's business model obsolete, leading to their downfall. While Blockbuster clung to their outdated model, Netflix was busy revolutionizing the home entertainment landscape. They recognized that consumers craved convenience and affordability. Their subscription model, which offered unlimited DVD rentals for a low monthly fee, was a hit with consumers tired of Blockbuster's restrictive policies and punitive late fees. Netflix's early success was fueled by their ability to leverage technology. Their website, a stark contrast to Blockbuster's physical stores, allowed users to browse and select movies from the comfort of their own homes. No more driving, no more browsing crowded aisles, no more late fees. Netflix had effectively eliminated all the pain points associated with traditional video rentals. But Netflix wasn't finished. They anticipated the arrival of high-speed internet and the rise of streaming video. In 2007, they launched their streaming service, allowing subscribers to watch movies and TV shows instantly on their computers. This groundbreaking move would forever alter the entertainment industry, ushering in the era of on-demand entertainment. Netflix's streaming service was a game-changer. It offered unparalleled convenience and affordability, effectively making Blockbuster's business model obsolete. Consumers flocked to the platform, enticed by the vast library of content and the freedom to watch what they wanted, when they wanted. Blockbuster, meanwhile, remained tethered to their physical stores, seemingly oblivious to the digital revolution happening around them. As Netflix's popularity soared, Blockbuster finally began to feel the pressure. Their once loyal customer base was dwindling, lured away by the allure of online streaming. Faced with mounting losses and a shrinking market share, Blockbuster was forced to take action. In 2004, they launched their own online rental service, a belated attempt to compete with Netflix. Their new program, dubbed Total Access, allowed customers to rent DVDs online and exchange them at Blockbuster stores. This hybrid model, combining online convenience with their existing infrastructure, was initially well received. Customers enjoyed the flexibility of online rentals and the instant gratification of in-store exchanges. However, the Total Access program was plagued by logistical challenges and financial burdens. The cost of shipping DVDs back and forth ate into their profits, and the program's popularity strained their inventory management system. Blockbuster, already facing financial difficulties, struggled to keep up with the demands of their online rental service. To offset their losses, Blockbuster made the ill-fated decision to raise the price of their Total Access program. This move, intended to improve profitability, backfired spectacularly. Customers, already accustomed to Netflix's lower prices, were unwilling to pay a premium for Blockbuster's hybrid service. The price hike drove away customers, further eroding their market share and accelerating their decline. Finally, in 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy, marking the end of an era. The company, once a titan in the video rental industry, faced an insurmountable debt of $1 billion. The fall of Blockbuster serves as a poignant lesson in business innovation. Their refusal to adapt to changing market trends and reliance on outdated models sealed their fate. In today's fast-paced world, staying ahead requires more than just maintaining the status quo. Companies must be willing to evolve, embrace new technologies, and invest in research and development. Blockbuster's story reminds us that even the mightiest can fall if they fail to innovate and meet the demands of a dynamic market. As we look back, Blockbuster's rise and fall highlight the importance of agility and foresight in business. It stands as a cautionary tale, urging companies to be proactive rather than reactive, to anticipate changes rather than resist them. In the end, innovation and adaptability are not just advantages, they are necessities for survival.